Mark, it's my extreme honor to be here today and be able to speak to you. What brings me here today is a topic on whether college athletes should be able to go play in the NBA level after 1 year of college experience and being 19 years old. That is the current law for the NCAA. A college basketball player must be 19 years old and have 1 year of college experience under his belt before he can play in the NBA. He can't go to play in the NBA after high school. Unlike this is college baseball and football. College athletes or high school athletes are allowed to play professional level after high school, but if they do decide to go to college, they must wait until they have 3 years of eligibility to play at the professional level. This really is a difference in college basketball in the years to come because there's a lot more talent in the leagues coming in these next couple years. There's 7-footers that can shoot threes and can dribble nowadays. It's a whole nother revolution of basketball. And the evolution of basketball is progressing throughout this day and age. Like I said, there's 7-footers shooting threes. A couple of years ago, they didn't even have a three-point line. So the evolution is making a huge difference on this topic because in the years to come, there's going to be a lot more talent and people coming in that are really, really good as freshmen and are not going to be able to play professional, are going to go to the NBA, and the one-and-done deal is going to be a huge controversial topic in the years to come. The reason why the way it is right now is so good is because it lets college athletes dip their feet in the water before they decide any big decisions. A college athlete that is really raw in talent can come to college basketball, experience the difference between high school basketball and college basketball. And what do I mean by that? In high school, college basketball players are probably obligated to go to practice for 2 hours. At the very latest, maybe 3 hours, with weightlifting and that involved in there too. In college, they practice between 3 to 5 hours, and they have conditioning programs and weightlifting programs they have to do, and those can take every bit of 3 hours to do also. So on a typical day, you might be working 8 to 9 to 10 hours for college basketball. On top of that, you have your studies, and you have to do stuff around the classroom for your degree and everything. And college isn't for every college athlete. Some of them athletes just aren't, that just ain't their thing they want to do. And those guys are probably good enough to play in the professional level, should be allowed to play at the professional level. It's kind of like a classroom. If there are 1 or 2 people that are just disrupting the class and making the teacher mad, does the whole class deserve to suffer from that? I don't think so. I think the 1 or 2 people in the classroom that goofed off deserve to get the punishment. And that's the way it is with college athletes. There's a lot of athletes out there that are really mature and are NBA ready, so to speak. And they should be allowed to go to the NBA. Just because there's a couple athletes out there that are not mature, not near ready to go play in the NBA, they shouldn't be allowed, they shouldn't disrupt the other players from going to the NBA. The new hot topic for analysts and many critics out there on this topic is think about college athletes if they stayed for 4 years. They would be so much more mature, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, they would be a lot more mature, you're right. That doesn't mean every athlete's going to be that way. Look at Johnny Manziel. He just now went to the NFL after his 3 years of experience to go to the NFL, and now he isn't even mature. That's the main thing that NBA or NFL teams are even looking for in this year's draft, is they aren't going to draft him because they don't think he's mature. A lot of people are taking that gamble to risk his talent level. And it's the same thing in basketball. I mean, just because you stay an extra 4 years, 3 years, doesn't mean you're going to be that much more mature than you would after your freshman year. You're experiencing just as much your freshman year as you are your 4 years of college basketball. I mean, you have to still make that transition from high school to college, and that transition from college to the NBA is just about the equivalence of going from high school to college. So if you do well with that transition, you should be just as good going to the NBA's transition. So I come here today to tell you that the analysts out there are wrong, and the way the NCAA has it right now is the correct way.